Hi, I'm Daniel and it's Ashville Weekly, episode 116. It's Monday, and I'm in the yard. The time is 4:39. I haven't had a chance to film all day. It's been a really busy day. I've been in back-to-back meetings talking about finance. Something I have never looked at before because of my perception of it was invoice financing. I always thought to myself, no, I don't like this sort of stuff. And if you're doing invoice financing, you're going to have an office of annoying people calling your clients, annoying them for payment, destroying your relationships with them. But my understanding is that invoice financing has come a very long way. The invoice financing company I was speaking to, they said to me,
let me show you who's on our books.
Not going to mention them, but there were some very big, significant companies who I know really well, and they are invoice financing. I don't use invoice factoring companies. I think it's something that we're going to explore. People want to pay us here, but we need to settle everything before. We got to pay the diesel, we got to pay the drivers, we got to pay our rent, we have to pay for any tipping facilities, we have to pay for everything associated with money that's coming a long time afterwards. We haven't been around for 100 years, so we don't have massive and huge cash reserves that we can just fund things like that, nor should we. So now I see that other people are doing it. I believe it's something that we're gonna explore seriously. And the guy I spoke to, he had a great analogy. He said to me,
you are at a pivotal point. Ashville are a very big, small company who are about to turn into a very small, big company.
Repeat it again. We are a very big, small company who are about to turn into a very small, big company. Did I say that right, yeah? I think that is right. That's what I meant. I need to catch up with Terry properly because I haven't had a chance to do it all day. The 926 is still not working. We're waiting for a spring on the quick hitch. I've spent most of the day in the office. I'm going to take a walk around the yard now. Catch up with you in the morning where I'll be on site. Tuesday morning, I'm at a refurbishment project. And there is a problem with this house, but it's not the client's problem, it's our problem, because this is a design and build, and there's only so much I can see what's happening in the wall when we're looking at the house. We're in the master bedroom area, and previously we had windows here. But the way this house was built, they built a wall, and then they put the windows in, and then they put the rafters and everything on top of the window. So the window was acting as a support. So look at this. What is this, man? So they've built a wall here with absolutely no support. They've got cladding of the outside of the house on the other side. So now all of this has got to come out and we have to put a steel frame in. 1, 2, 3, and then we have to connect to the steel which is up here in the same way which they have done here. And on closer inspection, we need to fix these. Look at this welding, it's absolutely garbage. On a full design and build, you're taking responsibility within reason. You have to overcome these obstacles and value engineer. By value engineer, I mean possibly in one area, like I said downstairs, we didn't use one steel, we used 2 and put them together. We saved ourselves a bit of time, but the money we saved, we have to apply that in this area to overcome this obstacle. On the ground floor, the majority of the steels are done. A couple of weeks ago, I showed you a 3D animation of what the steels would look like, and I'm happy to say it looks exactly as I said it would. There's one more important steel, which is over there, and that steel is now going on here on this pad. If you remember a good 4 weeks back, we were making this pad, and I was down in this hole with the ply about to do some shuttering. The steel goes here on this pad. It supports the slab, and then directly on top of that, on the floor above, we have another steel going up to support the loft. This opening is now completely closed up on this side, but not on the other side. We're waiting for the bricklayer to come in the first week of January, and they're going to start bricking that up. And we move into the kitchen area. And once again, we have the same problem that we had last time. We had windows all in this area, but the rafters of the roof and all the support was sitting on top of the windows. So now we've taken the windows out. Now we have to put a steel frame in. Steel, support, and a steel connecting here, and then we need to make a new structure on the roof and connect. Then our new bifold doors can go back in place. Michael, my brother, you are older than me.
And you put me on the television, and I didn't like it when I was slurry.
And we're going to go out and we're going to have a nice drink. I'm not going to swear just in case you are taping me.
When did I ever tape conversations?
Where are you? What part of the world you in? You famous film star, you.
I am in sunny Surrey.
You finished now? It's all done.
I'm going to LA in January now. I've got another one to film.
When you going to LA in January? What time in January?
Don't worry, I'm not going to miss our date in February of QPR versus Millwall.
No, we've got a date in January as well.
Do we?
We're going out for Santa Week. It's our birthday, isn't it?
Oh, it's our birthday,
I'll have to pay, I suppose.
I'll
have to pay, I suppose, as usual.
The first time you've ever picked up a bill in your life.
My wallet's in total shock after Christmas. It's been opened and closed that many times.
At least it's not wearing your trousers down now and pulling your trousers down, because it was that heavy before. It was so full of wedge.
Yeah. You should go into the tailors and it can make your pockets a bit shorter so you can get your hands in and reach your money. I have spoke to your mother very recently and she said, I will give my little Daniel enough money, Michael, to buy you at least 2 pints of Stella and a Happy Meal.
And then my mum probably said,
And also, Michael, that's all you can manage to drink before the night will be over for you.
You're lucky I ain't spoke to David properly yet. David Hay, you said that you're going to knock David Hay out. So we need
I thought you and David Hay might get yourselves in a little bit of trouble, so you needed a bit of heavy backup. So I was your heavy backup.
Right. Okay.
I would have come out of the corner like a windmill, yeah? What's happening out there? Where's our Arctic stuff?
They're gone, mate. They went to the auction in Ireland. They sold for roughly what I thought they would.
Oh, that's good.
But I followed in Michael's footsteps. I tried, it didn't work. I got rid of them, kept it moving.
Exactly. The only thing I've got now is my T-cab and my Cutler 143s and my Volvo, which is my boys' lorry. So that's all I need to worry about for when we go to shows and you don't turn up.
What
Everybody asks me, where's your mate?
I'm afraid to turn up at a show. You start fighting every time. You're going to get us in trouble.
That's why we need to bring David A with us the next time. All right. Speak to you later. Have a good day. Speak to you soon, mate.
Yeah, mate. Bye. While we're in the car, and Wilson is sitting there silently and awkwardly, as Leonidas said to FE80s in 300, "You there? You there?" As he pointed at him with the spear and said, "May you live forever." I had a conversation with Meds, and we were discussing the progress of the websites, because we're more or less there with the Ashville Construction, Ashville Inc., and the Ashville Aggregates website. A while back, I said I am not making new websites. I'm going to amend the existing ones because of the platform they're on, and I don't want to lose all my history of SEO because I've had bad experience. Everybody started saying,
If you use a professional company, that won't happen.
so I said, no problem, but I have a question. If it doesn't work and my SEO links and everything gets lost, what are you going to do about it? And how will you be held accountable? And how will you give me back the last 10 to 15 years of my web domains? The answer was,
It won't happen.
and I said, cool, I've got it. You're the best in the world, and I'm the silliest person there is. But if it does happen, what are you going to do? And how will it be rectified? Because I know it is impossible to rectify once it goes wrong. And the answers I received were,
But it won't happen.
and then I said, what if it does? And they said,
But it don't.
and I said, let's say it does. And nobody could give me an answer because nobody wanted to be held accountable. So everybody wanted to take the money and make promises, but should it go wrong and my last 15 years of work get completely turned upside down, everybody wanted to just say, well, guess what? That's not going to work for me, because I have learned from experience and I have let people pull the wool over my eyes one too many times. Not just with websites. So Meds came on board and he's been working on the websites, and what he did was he created some duplicate pages, and the duplicate pages he created, we checked all of them first, and then we didn't even redirect the old page to the new page. We actually copied and pasted the duplicate page onto the existing page, so it was still the same page, so nothing could possibly happen. We couldn't lose a thing. And then the duplicated pages, we deleted them. And let's have a look here. Look at the rating of Ashville Aggregates. And now look at the ratings of Ashville Construction, Ashville Inc. They are now A sites, and before they were E, as some of you took screenshots of and sent to me. Everything has been preserved, and we've moved forward positively with our new branding, our new images. I'm very happy with that. And we still come up organically as #1 for our searches. You can pay for AdWords and come above me, but on a natural organic search, we won't be beaten. We're now going to move on to the Ashville concrete site. Ned's is down tomorrow, and we're going to have a chat about some 3D imagery that I need him to do, and we're going to start moving on to the Daniel Ashville website also. Had a very long finance day yesterday. And get this, if you're looking to purchase a business, I've been told that you can leverage against the business you're buying and take debt on the business you're buying if it's in a good position in order for you to purchase it. And I said, well, that can't be right. Surely you have to take a loan to buy the business, or buy it if you have the money. And I was told,
no, you can leverage against that business and their assets and their portfolio and their contracts of work you can loan on that business to buy it yourself.
And towards the end of the day, I was having a catch up with Terry, and Terry said to me,
that's what the Glaziers did at Man United.
And then Terry, as the Paul Scholes fan that he is, went into a half an hour spiel about how it's irresponsible and immoral and the club isn't what it is 10-15 years ago. Sorry, Tel. But it appears that that is done a lot. But again, I'm new to finance and I am learning. So watch this space. I had a missed call from the Scania salesman who you've seen in the past. The man who made me fall off my chair with his tipper prices. He was in the yard, but I was in a meeting. But he has left something for me. Hey, what? Scania bomber in blue to go with the black one and the grey one. Let me just put this on like the Fonza really quickly. Hey, what bag? I'm just quickly put my Scania bag on with my Scania jacket. Who in their right mind could put a bag on that tight? Oh. Step back, Wilson. Let me just flex with this quickly. Whew. Whew. Thank you very much, Matt, at Scania. And I know now everybody who's watching this, who you sell trucks to, will call you and say,
how comes he got one and I didn't, and he has only ever bought 2 lorries in his life?
Good luck to you, Matt, but thank you very much for this jacket. What is this, like? What do you mean, be careful?
Hello.
Hello, mate.
How you doing?
Mate, I am very thankful for my jacket, yeah?
No worries, mate. Yeah.
And my bag, yeah? My rucksack. But I'm gonna level with you. There's a calendar in my video office, and my pal is in here, yeah? At the True Group, yeah? But I don't see no Ashville lorry in this calendar, and I checked from January to December. And I didn't go to a good school, but as far as I know, that's all the months. Unless, is this 2022's calendar? Did you give me last year's?
No, whether we was going to put like your face or the truck, so we just tried to get the ownership.
Them compliments there will get you everywhere. But the truth of the matter is that Ashville aren't in this calendar. Can you explain it why?
Because you need to buy some new trucks.
I need to buy new trucks.
Yeah, that's it.
So the 30 that I've already got, none of them count?
No, because if you look at the regs in the calendar, they're always new vehicles.
No. You. From what I can see, you Photoshop them regs on.
You're mumbling.
Nah, man. What? So you're saying Ashville couldn't even make the calendar? Or now you Photoshop loads of these pictures?
I can ask.
What do you mean you could ask? What, for 2024?
Yeah, be for 2024.
Oh, nah, man. I'm very disappointed.
What, they're not going to like reprint 1,000 calendars because you want to be? What month do you want to be?
How would you like it if I made an Ashville calendar and there weren't Scania lorries in it?
I'd be quite upset.
You see? Do unto others.
I didn't know you wanted to be in the calendar. You didn't say anything.
Hey, listen, 2024, yeah? The Ashville lorries need to be in the calendar. I'm not really looking forward to this year now, like, because there's no Ashville lorry in the Scania calendar. But for next year, yeah?
Yeah, we do that. They start looking at in March to come and do photo shoots, so we'll harass them.
Oh, well, there's Irif in here as well. My mate Guy works at Irif as well. That's all right. What, 450? What, them powerful engines there? All right. All right. Do you know what? I was going to do a calendar of me and Terry back to back, like Mel Gibson and Danny Glover and Lethal Weapon. But where you just disrespected me and you gave me this 2021 calendar with no Ashville lorry in it, I'm very disappointed. So I don't know. I'm just going to have to work it out. But thank you for my jacket. I appreciate it.
No worries, mate.
All right, mate.
If I don't speak to you, have a nice Christmas.
You too.
Cheers, later.
Thanks. Bye. Do you think that we should have an Ashville calendar?
We should.
We should, yeah? Maybe, well, we couldn't have the Arctics in there. LH60 on one, loading shovel on another, Terry fishing on another, the roll on roll off working, skip lorry, Wilson training in the gym. What do you think? And we can have one with just all the girls. We could have Sinead, Julia, Vesha, yeah, with all their faces blurred out because none of them want to be on camera. That'd be a great one. All now, the truth of the matter is I'm not happy that Ashville aren't in the calendar, but it's Christmas, so I'm going to try and continue with my festive spirit, even though Frighty just ate my last mince pie.
Wait, what?
I gave it to you, but you didn't have to eat it.
And then, right, where's the other three though?
Right, look how the man just mullered the mince pies. Right, and he dashed it on the floor as well, you know? Why did you have to throw it on the floor though?
I'm throwing the bin, look at the bin! Overflowing. It's not overflowing, what are you talking about?
And,
No, I threw
right, man put bare mince pie on the outside of the bin as well. I know what you done. You animal.
Why don't you push everything?
It's Wednesday at 7:17 p.m. Not had a chance to film all day. I've been back to back in meetings. I have my date to fly to LA for the last episode, and every day is really just a countdown to that minute. I need to do as much as I can before then. And today was very difficult because there were things which I was trying to do and a lot of people let us down. You know, at that hour when you need people to come through, external factors, and you're counting on it and it doesn't happen, and you have to move and shake and adapt. Try not to take it out on anyone else. Find a solution and see it through, as well as getting on with the commitments and the things which you have to deliver moment by moment. It was a long day, but I'm happy to say we got through it and we managed to find a way. I saw the tyre fitter doing a bit of work on tyres, so as some of the boys were coming back, this is going to be their last day, being the 21st of December, and they were washing the lorries to park them up. We didn't have, and we haven't scheduled any diesel deliveries until January because we don't want the tank to be sat full of diesel over the Christmas periods, or the lorries for that matter. At the moment, the Christmas period between Christmas and New Year isn't flat out busy, but what generally happens year by year, because of a lot of our competitors are closed, we pick up a lot of business, not any large contracts, but like emergency work and people who are doing work to their houses, and firms who normally use other people, but they're not working, they use us, and then hopefully we can keep hold of the business. I'm trying to work out what to do with our loading shovel as I streamline. There's something that happens in the yard which drives me mad sometimes, and it shouldn't drive me mad, but when I see people using the loading shovel to get from one yard to the other, it really grinds my gears. Like, it's a massive, expensive bit of kit that can cause a lot of damage. It burns a lot of fuel. And sometimes I think to myself, well, we got 2 loading shovels. What am I doing with 2 loading shovels? Why am I paying for 2 loading shovels? I'm gonna get rid of one and we'll have to make do with one. Now that's all well and good, and it streamlines and it saves time and it saves money. But if the train comes in and the loading shovel's in the other yard and there's material to load in this yard, we're stuck. What if there's like a sticky material going into one lorry and then a clean material, like a type 1, going into the other? You're not going to sit there and get out of it and clean the bucket out every single time. And I definitely don't want them beating the bucket against the wall trying to get the muck out of it, which is what people do when you use a digger for multiple things. The 566 Lee Bear, I was thinking, oh, what do we owe on that? And I checked, and we barely, like, in about 4 months, that machine is paid off. And the 586, I think we've got about 18 months left, but a few months until we own that machine. Should I keep hold of that one, which isn't as big and not as powerful, or should I get rid of the newer one, which costs us more money but is bigger and more powerful? Or should I monitor what's going on in the yard or have Terry like a hawk watch him. It's hard to know what to do because when it all goes wrong, if a train comes in here and you've got one loading shovel and it breaks down, you are finished. And then you get a 20 grand fine and then you think to yourself, had I just paid that monthly payment for that loading shovel, I wouldn't be in this position. But then again, it's not just about the loading shovel. It's the maintenance and the damage and the welding and when there's a crack in the bucket and the fuel it burns and the tyres are like 11 grand each. And it is not an easy decision to make. And when you don't have any clear space and there's no time to think and you can't readjust, it's very hard sometimes to make the right decision that you're not going to regret later. I need to get to the gym.
I would compliment your jacket, but you cussed my trousers, so...
Look, Jules, I didn't cuss your trousers. I merely said, what, flares? What, San Francisco, hippie? I didn't cuss you. You're more fashionable than I am. Shane was dropping all types of burials.
Drip or drown.
Drip or drown.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
There was talk of the wizard sleeve trousers. Jules went shooting in Poland as well, yeah. So that's where Jules can now hold her Glock in her flares.
Always ready.
Now when we can't find lorries or anything, we now know, let's check Jules's flares because it could be there.
Why do I come in here, honestly?
If you want to, Jules, you can compliment my Scania jacket. And while I'm here, I'd like to tell you, I have grey and navy. And Terry pirated me and got himself a Scania jacket as well. Hey, put your Scania jacket on. Terry got himself a Scania jacket so he could do this mad twins thing. Oh, now he got it from Scania, but that's my Christmas present to Terry. Pull your hood out the back of it, man. Making yourself look like the hunchback traitor from 300, bruv. What? Jackets? Yeah. Flexing? Why are you trying to wear layers to look hench?
I don't have to wear layers.
I stepped into the office a minute ago and Terry went, oh! You scared me, and I went, how? What did you say, Terry?
It's not often we see you around.
It's not often. Imagine this geezer. Hold on, what day is it today? Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
It's Thursday, and we're in the yard, and Terry's pirating my dress sense with his Scania jacket.
For most of us to be here, though.
Oh, why is he just... What are you saying? We're zipping it up today, yeah? Hold on, one sec.
What, yours ain't black?
Mine is black. I've got multiple.
Thanks, Matt, for my Ashville.
No. That's me, bruv. Thank me for your Ashville jacket. Put your hand in your pockets. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that then catalogue poses.
Yeah, catalogue poses there, yeah. Yeah.
Giacomo.
You have to like...
Louder burials. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. What are you saying? We should get flares like Jules as well, or are we going to allow that? We're more of a skinny jeans type of brares.
I definitely have not got a body for skinny jeans.
Bruv, them jeans are skinny, innit?
No, they're not.
They are skinny.
They're straight fit chinos. Matalan's finest.
Bruv, they're skinny jeans, bruv.
That's just because I've got fat.
I'd argue that. Anyway, it's Thursday, we're in the yard, and I had to move a concrete lorry. And you know when you don't want to look at things because you know it's going to just give you stress? I thought, let me just move this concrete lorry. Of course, I got in the lorry, and in someone's infinite wisdom, they left it in reverse. So when the air comes out of the transmitter, when all the air removes from the lorry and we're trying to sort it out, we don't know what's going on because they would have left it in reverse and the battery was nearly dead. Managed to get it back in neutral. It didn't want to start. We managed to start it. Then I had to let it run. And then guess what? As soon as I turned it on, water started flying out the side of it because one of the pipes burst on the side, probably when water frosted, and we thought that we could change a fitting. Of course we can't change a fitting because a whole 6 foot of the pipe is damaged. I wish I never went and touched the lorry, man. I wish I just walked past the lorry and just it's long, innit? It's just, you know what it is, Tell? It's just bras, isn't it? There was this one time when I went shooting, yeah, and I turned up here. This man is still laughing about the time. I went shooting. When you go, do you know what I mean? You got to wear the dress like the people, otherwise they're not going to let you in. You know, I can't turn up like this. And they're trying to bury me about it.
Was your shooting better than mine?
Yeah, I'm a good shot. But I'm trained.
Fully trained?
No, I am.
Fully trained shooter?
Yeah, I am. In St. Lucia, I'm allowed a firearm because I have land.
Choosing Daniel Shooter.
Daniel's already turned down my boxing match request and my race request.
He said he's already bottled one thing.
Yeah.
Jules, I didn't bottle out of having a boxing match with you.
It does, doesn't it?
It's just Terry always in the background with something to say, innit? Let's say I go to KSI and I say, oi, listen, can you put man on the Misfits card, yeah? And he says,
Who are you fighting?
and I say, Jules, yeah? And he goes,
Who is she?
There's a young girl in my office.
How tall is she?
5'7".
She's 5'7".
Right, what's your stats?
Well, I'm 6'5", I weigh 120 kilos. Can you match us up against each other? I'm trying to work out how I sell that to people. How do you... Yeah, it's not that I don't want to weigh you in, Jules. It's just like I don't know how I can sell that to people.
And I'm gonna say is AJ underestimated Usyk.
Right, Jules, are you saying that me versus you is Joshua versus Usyk? These kind of burials? Is that what you're saying?
All I'm saying is I'm Eastern European.
Oi.
We're built a bit different.
Oh my God! So you say me and AJ are soft? Shut up! Anyway, click your mouse or something, man. Put your glasses on. This meant to be a serious video. Based on the advice of my CEO. CFO. Hey, bruv, didn't you hear what I said? Shut up! Rah, man. That's why I stay in my own office.
Ah.
Hello.
How we know?
How we know?
You see, the problem is that it's like waste pipe that's on it, heavy.
Heavy metal pipe.
No, it's not. It's plastic.
Oh, is it?
It's all plastic. But you see, you have T-pieces where the airline goes in for the blow the water through.
Can we replace it with like a rubber pipe or no?
I don't think, because they put it, you have two T-pieces.
Yeah.
And that's what the problem is tapping into a T-piece.
Can we get someone to make it from a hose and then use like fittings and make it work, or no?
Possibly could, yeah.
I think Terry will have to take measurements. I've just seen him walk round to the toilet. I'll send him round to you. I'll send him round to you.
He's going for blowout.
He is. I'll send him round to you. All right, cool. Bye. It's Friday morning and I am on the road again. It's raining, the weather's terrible. It's Christmas Eve, but I'm gonna go and hit the office again and see what I can do with the team. Going away and filming for this TV show, it's kind of obscured my vision and the position that I'm in. When I'm traveling, while I'm trying to work, I'm not involved in the nitty-gritty. There's some challenges I can't face head on, and I kind of deal with them when I come back, but it's not giving me an accurate reflection of the position that I'm in and the day-to-day things that I've got to deal with. And now I'm back, like the whole thing's compounded because some things got like offset. I'm trying to deal with so many things at the same time, constant obstacles and challenges. When you pass 10, you get 12 more. It could be 4 o'clock at the end of the day. You get one at 4:30. The same thing happened like with the Easter bank holiday. Now it's getting to the point where I'm tired of hearing my own voice complain. I'm thinking like, this is boring, innit? Like all you're doing is complaining. But at the same time, I'm trying to share what's going on. Some of the problems that I've got, I can't fully tell you what they are because of the establishments we're doing it with. And if I was to do that, we would have a bigger problem with them. They would make our lives difficult. Forgive me for what I'm saying. I don't mean this in a rude way if this applies to you. People who work at big establishments where nothing really matters, they can do things and they're going to get paid no matter what they do.
Oh yeah, well I work in this department and that's our process.
And they send letters and they send emails and they do things and they don't understand the impact that they have on people who run companies and people who work at smaller companies. It's near impossible for me to enjoy Christmas or have Christmas spirit, but that's not anyone else's fault. And possibly if I can take a second out, and just take my mind off it and think, I may have a little reset and clear my thought path and maybe think of something different to move forward with. Irrespective of all of that, and irrespective of how I feel each night, because every night I'm going to bed and I am completely exhausted. I feel on the verge of utter breakdown. Sometimes people are in a position and they think to themselves,
I've had enough of this, I'm not doing it.
There's something a lot worse than that. When you think, I've had enough of this, why am I doing it? But you actually can't get out of it because you're handcuffed to it. Get out of it how? And if you get out of it, like, you're so in deep, what are you gonna get if you get out of it? And at the same time, you're not a person who quits and you're a person who keeps going. But where is the line? But anyway, I'm still here. I'm still going. I'm still trying. Plus, that is not what I want to use my platform for. I want to use my platform for positivity, kind of like a record of this period in my life to inspire people and try to teach them. Like, hopefully I can watch this back in many years and think, wow, look what happened. I'm gonna go and see the sticker man later for something to eat. Hopefully a few hours of clear thought, maybe bounce a couple of ideas off him. Maybe he's got something to share. I'll be with my team in a minute, speak to Tezza, Simon, Jules, Shane, and see if any of them have any suggestions also. The lead into Christmas, eh? Ground zero, in the thick of things. Tip of the spear. In the yard, Tezza and I just took a walk around. It looks like a nice calm place. We were just saying, look at all the lorries there, man. It just looks lovely. And then we were like, boy, people look at this, if only they knew. It feels like we are in the eye of the storm. You know, like when there's a storm going on or a tornado and there's no wind in that actual place. Have a look at the Ashville flag. Look at that. Not an ounce of wind, but loads of rain. We made a plan for the day. We've got some jobs to price. Terry is filling me in on the challenges that he is facing. He's facing as many challenges as me, to be honest, but on different fronts. But we're still here, Tel.
Just about, for now.
Oh yeah, and on top of all that, last week I said we had trains. Both trains this week were cancelled.
But it's Christmas.
No, yeah, it's Christmas. Yeah, cool, isn't it? It's Christmas.
Full of the festive cheers.
Yeah, full of festive cheer, man.
We're
Yeah.
close the office about 12:30 today, aren't we, Daniel?
Do you know what, Tel? If that's what you want to do,
Our backsides will be warming the cushions on some high stools this afternoon.
whatever high stool you sit in, Terry, I'll tell you something, it won't be as comfortable as your office chair.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What is it called?
No.
Herman Frank Miller or something?
Yeah, do you know what?
How much are them chairs? Tell us again. I don't think you've told us in a while.
New, they're £1,200.
Yeah, but we didn't get them.
Yeah, no, don't. How do you know? How do you know? Let me explain something to you, Terry, yeah? Whatever establishment you visit, yeah, you won't have as comfortable chairs as your office or the warm leather seat in your Amarok.
Yeah, no, that's true. The Amarok with heated seats is a nice touch.
And wherever you are, yeah, you won't have fresh filtered water in your office, and you won't have 1,000 up, 1,000 down internet wherever you go.
That I can only use for downloading work stuff.
Yeah, but you won't have it. Know that, Terry.
Well, no, we're going to have to wait now. We'll see in 2 weeks' time what Michael O'Donovan has to say about it, because Michael O'Donovan's going to have some smart comment.
Yeah, Michael O'Donovan will definitely have a smart comment to say about this. Merry Christmas, Michael. Hopefully you're having a good one.
Hope you spoiled your grandson.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, he said he bought him a pair of rigger boots.
Yeah. From what I hear, Michael's got short arms and long pockets. But...
Short arms and Do you know what? I generally always say, Michael, like, why are you starting on people? Yeah, why are you always on smoke? But you just called it on.
Did I know?
Yeah, you just called it on. Like, Michael didn't say nothing in a little while, and now you're troubling him. You've called it on. You've called it on. All right, well, Terry's called it on, Michael. I'll call you later. Sticker man in the house, boy. It's catch-up time. I've been looking forward to this food. I have not seen this man in a very long time.
Yeah, we speak all the time, but we haven't seen each other in a long
we haven't
time,
seen each other. So it's catch-up time. Try to forget the problems at work. Try to just relax, download, and refresh, innit? Try to reset.
That's it. So we're going to log off, but we've got a lot to catch up. We're going to enjoy some good food now. Nice.
It's Saturday, Christmas Eve, and it's only Friday. It was only Friday and I in the yard. We were doing some high production value video stuff, just the two of us, working together after I had worked with Ara yesterday on a script to try and get the best out of what I'm saying, because I've got loads of things I'm trying to say at the same time. It's like 10 people trying to squeeze through a door together, and I'm like, well, we don't need that level of information, Daniel. So kind of toned it back and I'm recording, and it was just us, but Tezza has turned up. Look at this. Tezza's here. Hello, Terry. As always, Tezza is dressed to impress. Man wore the Harachis with the purple and black, and then wore the black and purple jumper. Always dressed to impress, boy. All night he didn't wash his whip, but cool, innit? We won't hold it against him. Christmas Day. We're on the road again. For the first time ever, you can see Free Louisy's on camera. You never did see Free Louisy's on camera. My Aunt Saturina is in the house. From Labrie, St. Lucia. And we're going to my house to enjoy Christmas. So Merry Christmas from Free Louisy's. Say something, man.
Merry Christmas. I've got my Ashville t-shirt at long last, but I'm afraid.
What's the matter with it?
I need another one.
Why do you need another one?
Spare.
You need
so when I wash this one, I have another one to wear.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. Auntie Saturina has one as well, which she's taking back to St. Lucia. I'm not sure how useful it's going to be in 28-degree heat, but, you know, I will allow her to decide what she's going to do with it herself.
It will be useful to me. I go walking in the morning, so I'll use it when I go walking.
What time are you going walking?
4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning, boy. See, the Louisy's are all serious about their training. 4 o'clock in the morning, those cardio walks.
Yes.
So
and I need one for Michelin.
Right, of course, yeah.
Because he has to go walking 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, yes, of course. I have an uncle called Nicholas, nicknamed Missionaire. He's been in Ashville before. We put a picture of him. He's an electrician. He worked with Ashville for a while. And everything must be for him. Everything my mum takes, everything is for him. He did everything. So because Auntie Saturina goes to walk at 4 o'clock, Missionaire goes to walk at 3 o'clock. Correct?
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. So.
But she's not around now that she knows what time he goes. He tells me.
He tells, okay. So my mum has a favourite sibling, and she makes it very clear. Yes, she does, doesn't she?
She does.
Sibling rivalry, yeah?
Conspiracy.
Yeah. And just to address something, Michael O'Donovan keeps saying that he's going to send O'Donovan gear to St. Lucia. Just to be clear, while there are Free Louisy's here, they will not accept any parcel from O'Donovan with red wear or anything like that. You won't accept any parcel, will you, Mum?
Not at all.
See?
Ashville, the letter of the alphabet is A, so Ashville will always be before O'Donovan.
I didn't think about it like that, but yes. There we go. So, Merry Christmas from Free Louisy's. And that's the first and hopefully not the last time you see Free Louisy's on camera together.